One thing I'm really ashamed of is a week later I have to contact those people back home together with him. You really, you see, thank you very much. Actually, many people simply don't enjoy eating the pungent durian fruit. Why? Because daily, seeing the comments, I delete them. People who sell chicken rice definitely don't eat chicken rice, don't eat rice. You don't agree with me. If you tell me, it's definitely always the person who made the mistake or themselves. They won't eat it, won't eat it. You eat it yourself. You've been eating it for 20 years. This brand, I know it. Of course, I'm still going to try something new. We will definitely eat it. Hey, you will see the difference, okay? Today, I deliberately let you see my big belly. Okay, actually, I'm very focused. Okay, actually, I'm hoping, sir, but let me tell you all. Do you want to invite my two grandpas to come again? I was wondering, did you happen to see my follow-up message? I am pretty sure you saw that follow-up. Look, me after 2 months, I ate, so 100, just today I show you today after 2 months. All this will disappear, okay? Thank you all very much. Smile, thank you. This is my follow-up report. Doing extra samples yourself is the most important, right? If you don't have the qualifications, then you can talk to others about it, okay, very soon. Let's move on. I think I'm almost done talking. What time is it now? 3:26, okay, 3:22, 10, okay, I'm about to finish. Okay, just like before, it's about MRT, just talking about different things, okay, but understand the important point here. The main point is, it's from immigration, and then this terminator, okay, that's all. Just put ours in, okay? It doesn't matter if you're sick or not. Just look at it like this. It's very simple. This is an app. This is an app. Each one is an app. Every type of cancer has its own app. Have you heard of Alzheimer's disease? It has its own app. Each one has its own app. Do you understand? If you accidentally press it, you'll trigger that closure, okay? All right, so we'll just show you how we actually access it. I mentioned that type panel, right? They're very dirty, aren't they? That opening is for the bank side or all the urine, right? Because when your mother was pregnant for 9 months, did she go to the toilet? Our whole class, when we were in our mother's placenta, was there a toilet? The mother's placenta is the toilet, so imagine everything. You pooped and peed right there in the placenta. Isn't that really smelly? So if it's really smelly, you need to detox. Otherwise, it really is very stinky. Your mother was okay because 9 months is a long time, remember? Okay, so there is a need for detoxification, so we need to detox. That's why for many companies, if they don't properly detox, meaning remove all those so-called toxins from the things you eat, that's what we're talking about. You need you know the arsen unit, okay? That's very important to eat that, okay? So we need to use a high-tech method to remove that. This is something we need to understand. Right now, in the medical field, all over the world, clinical trials are being conducted using placenta to treat diseases. What they want is to try, right, to answer questions. For the first time, they've never seen these before, like rheumatism or blood diseases, different kinds of illnesses. They use placenta to treat vitiligo, and for the first time, diabetes. Okay, all of these are being done. Okay. Okay, let's not talk about that. As for our products, their ingredients have all gone through advanced technology. This is it. As I just mentioned, the ingredient is just an ingredient, but what about the ingredient itself? How is it processed inside? How is it extracted? And how can each ingredient be made useful? For different things, we need to use different technologies to design them. Remember, when you need a key, remember when you go to the locksmith, is it called a locksmith? Hello, everyone, you go to the little locksmith to have a key made, right? Making keys requires technology, and of course, this is high technology. Actually, this is molecular. It's a molecular key. It's high technology, okay? High technology. Companies are willing to spend money because it's high technology. We're not just talking about an ingredient. We need to turn that ingredient into different keys. And that's what real high technology is. For example, take so-called collagen powder. It's just one type of collagen powder. Collagen powder it's collagen, right? This collagen is in powder form, but if you take collagen and process it with different solutions, you can create different keys, one after another from this starting point. Do you understand? It turns into different keys. Do you get what I'm saying? This is all about technology, okay? Other companies haven't grown, only ours has, okay? Thank you. So this then becomes an extract, as I just mentioned, okay? So you are your very own epigenetic fingerprint line, which means that inside each of our bodies, we all have this so-called template. Just like everyone has their own homework and their own time, the whole world, everyone in the world, inside our bodies, that so-called software inside our bodies is like a fingerprint. Inside us, it's like a fingerprint inside our bodies, right? We need to capture the image because what you eat today is different from what others eat. It's different. So everyone has their own so-called finger. Of course, it's not really a finger. It's like a map. Everyone has their own map. Do you understand what I'm saying? As long as you understand this map, you understand your own map. It's like a GPS, you know? Now, you don't want GPS, right? GPS is to help you navigate, to help you find unfamiliar roads, right? Yeah, very good. This is a map, very good, but if this place is new to you, you wouldn't go because inside it's like maybe a forest, but then you get lost, you know? Do you understand what I'm saying? Wouldn't you need a GPS? If you don't have GPS, you'll get lost. Okay, so what we're trying to tell you now is that we will gradually use this product in the future to analyze your saliva and see your own internal map inside your body. Each of us has our own map. This map, if you have your own map, for example, in the future, if something happens, like if you get sick, for example, uncle, look, like cancer, like diabetes, then if you don't know your map, you'll feel like, oh no, I'm lost. I'll just leave everything to the doctor and let the doctor handle it because you don't understand, you are lost. But if today we take our things and clearly understand what's inside our own bodies, if we know the map inside and we also know the GPS inside, GPS means we get our product. Why do we need our product? We should take some of your saliva, take some of your blood because you are a technology company. Remember? At most, we all know, remember, we are also an AI company. AI, you know, AI is big. You know, it's AI like artificial intelligence. What is AI? You should research it yourself too. But without data, AI is nothing. If today we have your data, with your data, we have this AI. AI, you know, is a computer. It's that powerful thing, the computer. Then it will know, it will see your body, and when it sees your, it will have GPS web. It's very steady, even in war now. You know, nowadays, if you're a Cuban, you don't need to fight in the war and kill people. You know, the Iranian president doesn't even know how you died. Didn't the Iranian president die? How come you didn't know about it? You know, sometimes things outside of music can come from anywhere. For example, now there's GPS, there's 5G, Nissan has 6G, you know, it's GG, 4G, 5G. You know, wow, 7G. Next time I want you to go down. Exactly what it is that I am turning down. Okay, it's very accurate. So now it's time, we know we have this. With technology, in the future, all patients, you don't need to agree because with just one look at your map, they know where something went wrong and then they just go there. Oh, okay, recover, true, okay, cover, there will come a time at least. Hey, I saw him, but when? Munola, let's see how AI comes in and how this technology develops, but whatever. Which company came up with all these things? First, do you know if there are already some companies in AI that have made a few trades? Have you seen this news? There are these AI companies, there are AI companies. I don't know what GPT is. Why dollars? Why is that? Because they are so intelligent, so smart. In the future, we will have this health, meaning life itself. Also, compared to us, our others, I don't know, like you ask it to write a composition or translate something. Now it's already very advanced. Robots can do a lot of things now. Do you understand? Do you know what it's called? Okay, so you will become smarter. Next time, Discovery will show you, okay, what time is it, but when is it coming? We don't know, but our company can definitely contribute because we have all the data when you need it. For example, if you eat something, I can take your saliva sample, and then we can see later on, even the economy will be calculated by how much money you have in the bank. So listen to me carefully, everyone. You must listen to me carefully. Next time, how rich you are is not determined by how much money you have in the bank. Listen carefully. How rich you are is not about how much money you have in your bank account. It's about how much data you have in your hands. Data is the economy. Data is power. Data is money. Data is wealth. In the future, all companies, that's how you become wealthy. Now look, when you use eBay, do you use eBay? When you pay, you don't use cash anymore. You use e-money, right? Soon, there will be even more changes. You don't think so? You don't think so? Have you noticed? Very soon, the currency will no longer be hard cash. So now it's not hard cash anymore. In the future, the currency will be data. So why is Google so rich today? Google is very rich. Is it because their banks are rich? Alibaba is very rich. Why? Is it because their bank is very rich? No, it's because they have a lot of data. You might not understand, but that's okay. I just want you to know it's about grabbing, right? Grab. Reptar, grab that money, everything. You think they're rich because they have taxis. They don't have any taxis. You think they have delivery men. They don't own a single delivery man. You think the delivery men work for their company? No, they don't pay the delivery man. They don't own a single delivery man. And as for GrabPay, with GrabPay, you might think they own a bank. Right? Actually, they're so powerful because they want the data. Every time you order something, that's data. You order food, they know what food you like, where you order from, they know all of that. When you use Google, don't you think you're just joining a Google club? You really like using Google, right? You search for something and that information goes straight into their data. That's where it's all coming from now. So it's the same thing. The same thing. If you believe me, health data, nowadays our life data is basically the data inside your body. But being well informed, being knowledgeable is not just to help yourselves, but also to help the company. The next company that can control the data, especially health data, especially bio data. If I control that, I control the world, the future. Would you agree with me? So we will be the next Google, you will be the next one. Hopefully you will be the pioneer. Thank you. Surprise, your teeth are not your fate. You can choose to change something. You can change your destiny. You can change your fate. Your genes are just the first part. Nature of these molecules. Now, with these natural substances, everything from nature, you can take control of it within your own body, absorb the good things, like the placenta is natural, the placenta is nature, absorb its beneficial components and bring them down to your molecular size. That is, it becomes molecules. Does it help you with your health? As a result, it speaks to your gains.